Do you want to become fluent in English in 2026? Today, I'm going to share with you the exact plan that made me fluent in English in less than a year, and it takes only 1 hour per day. This step-by-step method will improve all your English skills, listening, reading, writing, and speaking, and help you go from beginner to fluent in English, pass any English interview, and get your dream job. Is this really possible? Of course, yes, my friend. The key is consistency. You already know that. But to be consistent, you need to enjoy the process. If you try to learn English in 2026 using old, boring methods like studying grammar rules or memorizing vocabulary lists, will you enjoy it? You won't. It will feel boring. You will continue for 1 week, maybe 2, and then you'll quit. So let's make learning English enjoyable, so you get addicted to English, not just learn it. Is 1 hour per day enough to reach a decent level and become fluent? Well, this plan requires 1 hour of active practice per day, plus a lot of passive learning through immersion and good daily habits. I'll talk more about passive learning later in the video. Alright, let's start with the plan step by step. Save this video because you will need to come back to it. Step 1. Active listening, 20 minutes per day. Not just listening, active listening is the key. Active listening means you listen carefully and focus and try to catch every single word. I listen to English every single day, 7 days a week, 30 days a month. I never skipped a day. Why? Because when you listen to English a lot, you acquire it subconsciously. But here's the thing. The content you listen to should be easy for you, just a little bit above your current level. You should understand at least 95% of what you listen to. This is called comprehensible input. That's exactly what Dr. Stephen Krashen talked about. You acquire the language when you understand the message.
We acquire language in only one way, when we understand it. Most people call that comprehensible input.
Here's how to do it. Choose a short video, about 3 to 5 minutes. First, listen carefully without subtitles. Then, listen to it one more time with subtitles and notice the words you missed. Next, look up 3 words you couldn't guess from context. You don't need to look up every unknown word, only the important ones or the ones you're really curious about. Finally, listen to the video again. This time, you should understand it clearly. By doing this, you will improve your listening comprehension a lot. You will also learn grammar naturally without thinking about rules. And you will pick up new words and phrases that people actually use in real life, not textbook English. Here is a list of YouTube channels you can listen to every day. Take a screenshot. Step 2. Speaking practice. 10 minutes per day. Now, it's time for speaking practice. I know what you're thinking. I don't have anyone to talk to. That's okay. If you don't have a speaking partner, be your own speaking partner. Here are 3 ways to practice speaking alone. 1. Shadowing. Shadowing is very useful, especially in the beginning, when you don't have enough vocabulary and speaking feels hard. Use the same video from step 1. Pause after each sentence. Repeat it at least 3 times. More is better. Repeat until you can say it the same way you hear it. Same timing, same rhythm, same intonation, and most importantly, same emotion.
Sat down and started reading, and just like that, everything changed again. I sat down and started reading, and just like that, everything changed again.
2. Free speaking. It would be easy because you watched the video a few times and you also practiced shadowing with that. Now, try to retell what you watched and explain it in your own words. Talk freely about the topic you watched. Record yourself. Don't skip this part. You need to record yourself every day and watch it back to notice your mistakes and measure your progress. Optionally, but very useful, you can practice with AI. You speak for 1 or 2 minutes and then ask for feedback.
What are your hobbies?
I enjoy playing chess and watching football games.
You did great. Just a small correction. You can say, I enjoy playing chess and watching football. Keep it.
You'll find a ready-to-use prompt in the description below. 3. Answering questions. Sometimes you feel stuck when speaking English, not because your English is bad, but because you don't have a clear structure in your head and your ideas are not organized. And this happens even in your native language. Answering questions method helps because it gives you structure and clear prompts. For this method, use ESL Discussion's website. The link in the first comment. Talk about the same topic for a few days in a row. Each time, try to use a slightly better English. Here also, record yourself. You don't need to use all methods on the same day. For example, day 1, shadowing. Day 2, free speaking. Day 3, answering questions. By doing this, you train your brain to think in English. Over time, your speaking will improve a lot and you will become fluent. Step 3, reading. 20 minutes per day. Reading is great because when you read, you get exposed to a lot of correct English. You acquire grammar and vocabulary without being aware it's happening. Reading also helps you grow as a person, so you're not only learning English, but you're learning great things too. Here's how it works. Choose easy books or novels. This is also comprehensible input. Whatever you read should be interesting to you. Read a whole chapter or a few pages and highlight the unknown words. Don't stop to look up words yet. This is important. When you keep reading, your brain tries to guess the meaning from context. After you finish reading, it's time to look up the unknown words that you couldn't guess and are important to understand the story. After that, reread the whole chapter again. Or if that feels boring, you can reread only the paragraphs that include the words you looked up. Here are some useful resources to practice reading every day. Step 4. Writing practice. 10 minutes per day. When you write, you have time to think and organize ideas. Writing also helps improve your speaking. When you think about which word to use, you start activating passive vocabulary. Passive vocabulary is the words you already know and understand when you listen or read, but you don't use them when you need them in speaking. After a while, you'll notice yourself using them more when you speak. Here is how to practice writing. Write a short summary of what you read in step 3. Give what you wrote to AI to correct your mistakes. This is important. Stand in front of a mirror and read it out loud. Journaling is also a great habit to practice writing in English every day. Just write a few sentences about your day or anything you like. Now, you might be asking, shouldn't I study grammar? Believe it or not, I've never studied grammar, except in school 20 years ago. If you follow this plan, you don't really need to study grammar. You will learn it from reading and listening. What about flashcards? I used Anki in the beginning, but I found it boring and stopped. Instead, you can do this. Write down sentences you like, not single words. Look up a few new words each day. Reread these sentences from time to time. If you forget a word, look it up again. Don't focus on memorization. When you see new words many times in context through listening and reading, they will stick naturally. Passive learning. Spending 1 hour per day on active learning is good. Your English will improve a lot. But to really boost your English and take it to the next level, you also need passive learning. And don't worry, you don't need extra time for this. That's why it's called passive learning. It's all about building small habits outside your study sessions and using the time you already have. Doing chores, exercising, or driving to work. If you treat English like a school subject that you study 2 or 3 times a week and then forget about it, it won't work. Your goal is to be fluent in English. That's a big goal. So you need daily exposure, not just study sessions. Here are a few simple ways to surround yourself with English and create an English-speaking environment around you. Switch your phone and laptop to English. When you search on Google or ask ChatGPT about anything, do it in English. Turn social media into a learning tool. On Shorts, TikTok, and YouTube, consume only English content. I do this all the time. When I'm scrolling, I see only English content. If a video appears in my native language, I swipe it away. Listen to English actively or passively while doing other activities like chores, sports, cleaning. Talk to yourself whenever possible and start thinking in English. You know what I do? Whenever I caught myself thinking or talking to myself in my native language, I remind myself and immediately switch to English. It feels hard sometimes, but this struggle is part of the process. And that's exactly what makes you fluent over time. So think about it. If you treat English this way and make it part of your daily life, don't you think you will be fluent by the end of 2026? I am sure you will. Just remember, consistency is the key. And if you also want to have a daily plan to help you go from B1 to B2 in just 1 month, watch this video next. Thanks for watching and I see you later.